You want freedom. Wake up anywhere, work how long you want to work, make bank, help people, do whatever the hell you want to do. But the problem is that your coaching business just feels like another 9 to 5 job. You're endlessly working. So the problem is not your work ethic. The problem is that you're playing the game in hard mode, while everyone else is quietly stacking systems that print money for them whilst they are offline. The reason why they're able to do that is because they've built this one thing that you don't have, and that one thing is called leverage. You don't need more reels, you don't need to hire 5 more people from Upwork. You need leverage. Because once you finally understand it, then your entire business and life will flip on its head and you will finally get the freedom that you've always wanted. So in this video, I'm breaking down 3 things: how leverage actually works, why most coaches trap themselves without even realizing it, and how email marketing becomes the heart of your entire ecosystem, the thing that lets you finally escape the hamster wheel that you're currently running on. So let's get right into it. But before we do that, let's quickly break down who this video is actually for and who it's not for, just because, I don't want to waste your time, the person who's watching this. So this video is for you if you're a high-ticket coach, mentor, info seller, or if you're an agency owner, but only if you have a single service agency. If you're making more than 10 grand a month, if you have client results, and if you're open to new perspectives. If that is you, then this video will probably be quite useful. Now, this isn't for you if you are not a high-ticket coach, mentor, info seller, whatever. If you are under 10 grand a month, if you have no client results, and you don't have an open mindset. If that's you, then just click off the video right now, because this just won't be useful for you. But now that we're talking to the right people, why should you even listen to me? Quickly, this is some of the results I've been able to get with email marketing for my clients, since we're more focused on kind of email marketing in general. So like 30K in pipeline in 7 days, 5K in pipeline on day 1, 10.5K pipeline in 10 days, 10K in pipeline in 7 days, and then some of the metrics here you can see on screen, pretty crazy. We're able to get above 80% open rates for our clients, 20% click rates for our clients. Just so that you know that I know what I'm talking about. All right, so without further ado, let's break down leverage. Because if you actually get this, then I promise you your life will flip on its head. Leverage is simple. It's just the difference between what you put in and what you get out. High leverage is equal to little input, big output. Low leverage is equal to high input with this low or the same output. That's it. And that's the cheat code. Thing is, most coaches are trying to grind in survival mode every single day. They're starting from scratch every single day. Meanwhile, people with leverage build systems that multiply every action they take, so their efforts compound. I mean, I want you to think about it. You post every day, you chase leads, you do calls, you deliver, then what? You start all over again tomorrow from scratch. That's not freedom. If your business stops making money the moment you stop working, then you're building your business to hate and despise it. Now, when it comes to leverage and building it, remember, this isn't just about hiring people, it's about creating assets, stuff that literally does the work for you while you're literally not doing anything, all right? And there are a few kinds. One is human leverage, which is people, teams, delegation. Second is financial leverage, which is stuff like ad spend and capital, which obviously isn't the best way to grow. And thirdly, digital leverage, which is stuff like content, automation, and in my favorite, email and an email marketing system. Digital leverage scales without adding any stress. You can't scale your time because you can't clone yourself, but you can use time to build digital leverage that then compounds on autopilot. And once you build the systems to do that, that's when the business starts giving you time back. Now that brings me to the big problem here, because most coaches are stuck in what I call the illusion of freedom. So let's talk about that illusion, because you could be falling victim to it right now. Quite simply, you probably think that you're free. You wake up, you open Instagram, you post a reel, you might answer a couple DMs, so you feel like a business owner. But deep down, you are chained to a schedule. So your freedom is an illusion. Let me explain why. Most coaches confuse being busy with being free. You're busy, that's true. You might be producing content, hustling in the DMs, but just because you're busy doesn't mean that you have leverage. If your income disappears the second you stop posting or replying, then congratulations, you've just built a glorified job. And that's exactly what I mean by the illusion of freedom. Really ask yourself, can you do what the hell you want with your time? Can you take a few weeks off to Greece and still grow the business? You should be able to take time off the business and it still grows without you. Because if you can't, then the truth is you are trapped, and most coaches are. The harsh truth is social media grind itself, grinding out reels, YouTube videos, whatever. It will never give you true freedom because algorithms are changing, the DMs will stop converting, shadow bans, it's just so unpredictable. And you need to put more in to get more out. So your business will collapse the moment you try to step back. But there is a way out. A way to finally build something that works for you even when you're not offline. And that's where email marketing comes in, because email marketing isn't just a tool. It's the secret engine that turns your knowledge, your expertise, and your content into autopilot leverage. It's the system behind every 7, 8, 9-figure entrepreneur's system. Everyone, Iman Gatsi, Dan Henry, every single person. So this is where your trust in your audience explodes. Your calls book themselves and you finally get your time back, all without you working and grinding 25 hours a day. So next, let me break down that engine, your own flywheel, or email flywheel, and why every coach who wants freedom needs it. So here's why email actually gives you freedom. The first one is ownership. Your Instagram followers, you don't own them. The platform does. They can shadow ban you, they can remove features, they can change the algorithm tomorrow. Your reach can suddenly tank. But email, you own the list. Every single subscriber is yours, and you have a direct pipeline to your list and perfect clients. You are guaranteed to reach the number of people in your list. There is a high chance that if you post a reel tomorrow, that it might get 20, 30%, 50% less reach than your other reels. But with an email list, if you send an email to 10,000 people and you have good deliverability, you will reach 10,000 people. So it's completely predictable and hence it's completely scalable. Owning your audience basically means that every piece of value you create goes directly to the people you control. There's no algorithm, there's no disappearing content. You're in control, and control gives you leverage. The second point is interconnectedness. Okay, your emails don't exist in isolation. The content you create, like a post or reel, brings someone to your inbox. The inbox becomes the place where you distribute people to every part of your ecosystem. So they never miss any videos, any posts, or anything. Now, the reason why this is so powerful, the reason why being able to distribute people to all different parts of your ecosystem from email, the reason why that's so powerful is because of a study by Google. And it's called the 7-11-4 rule. What it shows is that people need to watch 7 hours of your content across 11 different touch points and 4 different platforms in order to buy from you. So if you are using email to send people to different touch points, to different platforms, then you are just fastening the process of them getting to that 7-11-4. And of course, that's not a standalone rule. It's not like the moment someone reaches the 7-11-4, the moment they watch 7 hours of content that they'll buy, but you're building it closer, you're maximizing trust. And what that does is it increases the chances that more people take action, because it ensures that no one's missing any value, no one's missing any videos, people are always being nurtured by you, you're always staying top of mind, so you're more likely to close more people. So the kind of overall image here is that essentially your business starts to work together. And that interconnectedness multiplies your effort because one action feeds another. You create one email and that feeds another 4-5 pieces of content. And that is a perfect example of leverage in action, putting in not that much effort due to the fact that you have a compounding system and you get a lot out. Now, the third point is personalization. Email lets you speak to people as individuals at scale. You can send messages literally that's tailored to someone's behaviors or their previous engagement. You can make it feel like you're speaking directly to them. without actually literally sending out separate emails to 10,000 people. And the key is when people feel personally seen by you, then they trust you. Trust multiplies conversions. And because you are delivering trust automatically, that's leverage. You get the human connection without spending human time. Let me say that again. With personalization, you get human connection without spending human time. That is true leverage. And then final point is automation. Automation is what turns all the pieces above into a self-sustaining engine. You can write something once and it continues to deliver results indefinitely. Your emails nurture, educate, and pre-sell people even while you're sleeping, at the gym, or on holiday. And combine this with the previous 3 points of ownership, interconnectedness, and personalization, and suddenly 1 hour of work can produce results that would otherwise take 10 plus hours of manual effort. That is leverage. That is freedom. You're no longer trading your time for money, but you're multiplying impact while keeping your freedom. Now, all of that is why email is just not another tool. It gives you control, gives you scalability, it gives you predictability and compounding all at once. No other single tool in your business gives you this level of leverage while also, by the way, remaining personal and automated. So yes, email is the hidden lever that every coach needs. Now, finally, I'm going to break down the framework and how you can take this lever and make it spin consistently so your business grows while your life actually feels free. Now, this is the part that most coaches never understand, even the ones making money. Because once you understand the flywheel and how email turns it from a regular business into a leveraged machine, then you'll start trying to scale harder and you'll let the system scale you. And that's where leverage and freedom and your freedom truly becomes visible. So let's first break down why a flywheel beats a funnel in a leveraged perspective. Now, a funnel is linear. One path, one moment, one conversion, it's a straight line. Someone enters, someone buys, the end. That's it. A flywheel is circular. It's self-feeding. It keeps spinning without starting from zero every time. And where it gets really specific to leverage is that a flywheel uses momentum instead of effort. Every action you take adds energy to the system, and the system multiplies that energy over time. And since the system is multiplying energy over time, that is leverage, because it means that you don't need to be posting content 24/7, or that you can take a couple weeks off because you've built such immense momentum that the system keeps spinning and growing with no input. That gives you freedom. Number two, why email is really the center of this flywheel, because everything needs a hub. Everything needs something that holds it together, the place where everything connects. Now, where every part of your business feeds into and out of, and well, what it should be is email. Why email? Now, I've already explained this, but to summarize, it is the only piece of your business that can collect attention, store attention, nurture attention, monetize attention, and multiply and compound attention all in once in an attention economy. Attention is the new currency. So if you can do all of those things, then it is by far the most powerful tool that's out there. That's something that TikTok, Instagram, DMs, nothing else comes close to it. Okay? The third thing is the 4 forces of leverage and how it links to the flywheel. Now, you get leverage when your flywheel has these 4 forces working together. And those 4 things are ownership, continuity, compounding, and control. And this is similar to what we were talking about before, but let's break down each one clearly because it's a little bit different. Ownership. Email gives you control over your audience. You own the contact, you own the relationship, you own the ability to send a message to someone whenever you choose. And with ownership comes leverage, because when you're not dependent on a platform, then your business becomes predictable. And predictability is leverage, because it lets you plan, it lets you forecast, and it lets you grow without guessing. B, continuity. Continuity is just the opposite of starting from scratch. Every new subscriber enters your world and stays in your world. They don't vanish like a reel view. They don't disappear like a DM. They stay in motion inside the flywheel. Continuity is leverage simply because the effort you put in last month continues producing results this month. You don't restart. The system keeps carrying the load. It's kind of like what you've probably heard about MRR, monthly recurring revenue. It's so much easier to scale a business with MRR because you don't start from zero each month. You keep building on top of the next month, and hence you scale more predictably and easier. Exactly what continuity allows you to do, and what email marketing and having these four forces allows you to do. The third thing, compounding. Compounding is where all the magic happens, okay? Every new subscriber adds to the pool. Every email you've already written continues to deliver. Every story you've told continues to be read. Your audience is growing, your trust is growing, your conversions are growing. Compounding is leverage because one action is multi-purpose. One reel is emails and DMs. One YouTube video, email. One automation is 1 hour of effort into months of results. That's multiplication, that's leverage, and that is freedom. I know I've said the same thing about 50 times this video, but I really want to bang this into you guys so you really understand it because I really care. And the fourth one is control. Control is choosing directions. It's deciding what message gets sent, what belief gets installed, what offer gets promoted, and when. DMs don't give you that. Reels don't give you that. You can't control when the algorithm shows your content or when your reach tanks with the same quality of content. But with email, your message reaches the people when you want it to. Control is leverage because control removes randomness. And randomness is the enemy of freedom. And then finally, the connecting forces, how they create the flywheel. This is where everything ties together explicitly. When you combine ownership, continuity, compounding, control, when you combine you owning the audience, the fact that you never restart from zero, the fact that your messages are multiplying over time, and the fact that you decide the narrative, then you get a system that grows your audience, that deepens their trust, that increases their belief, that strengthens your authority, and that boosts your sales potential continuously and predictably. This just creates a loop where your content drives more people to your email. Your emails are designed to maximize trust. Trust makes sales easier. Sales fund more and better infrastructure, like for example, ads, being able to run ads and being able to attract perfect clients. And being able to do that brings in better leads and the cycle just accelerates. And that acceleration is pure leverage because it's the system doing the heavy lifting, not you. So what you have to understand now is the email flywheel isn't about writing emails. It's about building a compounding ecosystem where your time multiplies itself, where every minute of effort brings a greater output, meaning you have real leverage. And when you have real leverage, you have real freedom. And that is the full breakdown on leverage and why it is so important to your coaching business if you want true freedom, which everyone does. Now, if you want someone to help you build out that email marketing system so that you can get that leverage and get that freedom, then there's a link down below to work with me where we basically handle the entire email backend A to Z. But if you're not ready for that, then just click this video next, which breaks down something new.